What's up, everyone? MK Tom Brady here. In this episode 2 of the Aftermath of Aftermath, we're going to talk about the Joker. The Joker is such a weird character in that he. If you look at just about any tier list from like the top players currently, they all have the Joker in the top 2 or 3. But the Joker is not talked about on the level that other characters that have occupied that spot in the past were talked about. So it could be early days of the game Geras. Cetrion has always been talked about, certainly since the first day of the game. Liu Kang, especially early on. Now upgraded Jackie is the talk of everything. And yet Joker is never talked about the way those characters were, or as much, or pretty much as loudly as those characters are talked about in the past or currently. So I asked a lot of these players, like, what is it about Joker? Like, version 3, obviously he has a lot more damage. Version 2 is about setups. And version 1 is, variation 1, I should say, is about more counter zoning, I believe, than actual zoning itself. And kind of keep away. So one thing that they all kind of agree on is that Joker, especially in this variation, his ability to have all those setups, or in his third variation, he has more damage, and his ability to reset the neutral because of this move right here. So first of all, from range, you can amplify it, come in behind it. It's mega advantage. But like, if you look at the frame data up close, it says this move is minus, right? However, of certain strings, it's always safe, right? So you see it's safe. And even off moves where it would say heavily minus, you can space the move out, and now it's less minus. So it's -3. Now it's -2. It can be as little as 0. So really how you space your moves out depends on, how minus or the negative frames of this move. So what happens here is Joker pretty much can constantly reset neutral because of the pushback here. So there's pushback, neutral is reset every single time. So he's able to poke constantly, reset neutral while he does it, hunt for some really good situations, and keep himself, 0, -1, -3, etc. And neutral is constantly being reset, but if you're hit, then he goes for a combo, then sets you up while you're on the ground. In the corner, this can be very irritating because you have no place to back up. So you're pretty much stuck here. And the Joker is constantly hunting stuff, resetting neutral constantly because of the pushback of the attacks. Now, some people will say, one, flawless block this, because you can flawless block it. So first of all, let me just take control of player 2 here. And let's set this to block all. And let's do something like down 4 into this. So I go to hit a button, counter poke, uppercut, whatever. I still get hit. Okay. I go to flawless block it. Only, guess what? The timing to flawless block that can vary. Why? Well, because he can charge it slightly, and now the timing is different to flawless block it. And it's still low negative frames. Same thing off something like this. Yeah, he spaces his moves out right, charges it slightly, and now my flawless block is off because he was able to charge it just a little bit. Even the slightest millisecond of charge is going to throw your timing off. And that is what makes this so hard to do. It wins trades. You can throw your flawless block timing off just by charging it slightly. So, even the slightest hold of it is going to throw your timing off. So he's got you cornered. He's constantly resetting neutral. Same thing in open space. He's poking you, resetting neutral. He's hunting for big damage, doesn't get it, or hunting for damage in general, and set up with the knockdown. He doesn't get it. He's constantly resetting neutral. Now, how would you actually fix this? For one, this could hurt the other variations. Possibly not. But for two, And most importantly, how would you actually fix it? Would you make it lose trades? I don't know that that's necessarily a good idea. Probably the best thing I would say is remove the pushback. So when he goes to reset neutral, instead of this massive pushback, the pushback is either significantly less or we don't get that pushback at all. It's just something to keep him a little closer to you so that now instead of resetting neutral, there's that space between, there's no longer that massive space between you and Joker. So now, even though he's got low negative frames, the neutral hasn't been reset and you're still relatively close to him. Really, besides reducing the pushback, there's really nothing else I really think you can do about this. And I think it's one of the more original things about him. So to completely like destroy this aspect of his game, I don't think is the right way to go about it. I think the only fair way that you can go about doing something like this would be to just remove the pushback or significantly reduce it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more content.